G'day guys, welcome back to Wombat Gaming. Today I'm going to show you how you can get an extra 25% weapon damage on any weapon that you're carrying. Now there are a few requirements to this obviously, so I'm going to run through them for you. I'm going to show you how to make it, and first of all there's an ingredient and we'll just have a look at it right now. It's called Crumley Bread. It requires a few things. I'm going to show you the most efficient way that I found how to get all these ingredients. But essentially wheat, which is pretty easy. The deviated aloe vera is going to be the hardest thing. And then we've got some sugar and corn oil. So first of all, we do need the recipe. So if you don't have the recipe, I'll just have one more look at it for you. So you can see here, Weapon Pro, it says it increases all weapon damage by 25% when you're using this. So super handy when you're running those bosses or if you're in PvP. So I'm going to jump to where the location is first, and I'm going to show you exactly how to get the aloe seeds. I've got a really good farming location. I'm also going to show you how to get more seeds from those seeds to increase your crops, and show you how I've laid out my crops to get the best results. And I'm also going to show you some little tips and tricks along the way as well. So all right, we're going to head off to the location just in case you don't have the ingredients just yet. You may have missed it. And then I'm going to show you the aloe vera location and where to get the seeds from. So we'll head there now. Okay, we are at the recipe location. So essentially the easiest way to get here would be if you were teleporting in, to just teleporting at this teleportation tower here and just cross the bridge. But essentially we are, I guess we could say we're at 69.55 minus 42.49. It's just this here, next to this workshop. And yeah, it's called the Ripley Market. So just as another one over here, just to have a look at. This is Ripley, and yeah, you should be able to find it. Now, once you've killed all the beasties that are in here, there are just a few. They're not too high level, which is kind of handy. You want to come around this side and just jump up onto this area here, and then come in through this over here. And it should be just on your left right here. So this is the recipe here, and you can see Crumley Bread. So I already have the recipe, but if you find it a second time, it'll actually give you one of these when you open it. So that's a good thing as well. So as you can see, let's have a look in my inventory. There it is there, Crumley Bread. And I don't have any on me, so we'll just use that. It's obviously a recipe, and you can see it's going to give me the recipe. It's going to turn it into one for me, and you can see there it's got 25% weapon damage. So it's an easy way to get your first one if you already have the recipe. So definitely recommend coming here to get that a second time if you're running a second playthrough. All right, so now the trick to making this is aloe, and aloe seeds are pretty hard to get. So I'm going to show you the best location on the map, I think, for aloe seeds. You can let me know if you've found a better one, but I'm going to show you where they are and how to collect them, and then I'm going to show you how to turn them into more seeds. So let's head over to that location now. All right, guys, we are at the location for the aloe seeds. This is a pretty good location because there is probably about 10 plants in this one location. And if you do keep running and then turn around and run back the same way, you can actually get them to respawn, some of them. So it depends on how long you want to spend out here, but you could actually get quite a few seeds out here if you want to. Now, aloe seeds are really hard to get. You could pick 10 plants and get one seed. So just bear that in mind. Now, there are a couple of locations where there is an aloe plant down at the base of a teleportation tower, but you'd be running back and forth to that tower to get those 10 to spawn, which is possible too. So there are a number of ways to get that. But this one here is probably my favorite location. We're at this 1444 and then 446. And it's in the Blackheart region. You can see in this top kind of corner, you can see this is some location bearings. Up here we've got the White Cliff, and then we have Sunshine Farm. So just over here there's a bridge, and we've got this kind of little river that runs along here. Now if you jump off this bridge here, you can already, that's wasn't what I wanted to do, but anyway, you can see we've already got some aloe plants over here. So there are a couple of wolves in the location, so just bear that in mind. But they usually don't come up this way. So we've got the one, and we'll just see how many seeds we got. This is number 2. And you can see so far, and I'm just going to put spring legs on just to give us a little bit of added boost here. So that's 2, and let's have a look. We've got another one over here. grab this while we're here. So this is number 3. And see, no seeds yet. So this is how hard it is actually to get these. Number 4. 1 seed. And no seed on that one. So we'll just, that's 5, I think. I lost count. All right, up to here's another one here. It's number 6. Another seed, so that's 6. We've got 2 seeds. You keep running through a little bit further. Number 7. And no seed. Okay, number 8. Got another seed, so we've got 3, so 8, 3 seeds. It's got a few just here. We've got 4 plants just in this little area. 9, another seed. 10, another seed. And 11, no seed. And 12, no seed. Okay, so we got, I think, 4 seeds there. Now, there's only one more plant up this way, and it's kind of like over that way. And what I do is I normally run to that plant. It is in an area that's going to tell you to turn back, but you can't get in there and get it without any problems. And then I run back the other way. You can see I'm getting there no further. Now, if I'm just running up here and grabbing this one, just gave me another aloe, but it didn't give me a seed. But now running back the other way, and then should be refreshing the aloe that's here. So let's run back. So if you have a look at the seeds that we did get, where are they? I might have already had aloe seeds on me. Oh no, there we go, 5 seeds. So from that little run, from the 13 plants that we picked, so 5 seeds is a pretty good start. You probably wouldn't need any more than that. I'm going to show you a way to increase your productivity on seeds anyway, but if you come back this way, not all of them will respawn that quickly, but you'll find that as you kind of approach the area midway, you'll see that some of the aloe seeds will start to respawn. So we'll head to the location for the teleportation tail that's got one directly below it, and you can re-roll that up obviously by switching worlds. So we'll head to that one just to show you what that one looks like as well. As I said, I'll just quickly show you this teleportation here. You can see there's one aloe vera here. It is near Blackfell. It's this tower here. Now, I don't like this one as much. I know you can do it 10 times, but you are having to run back up the hill. The teleportation is basically above the cliff here. So you could pick this one and see no seed, and then you would be driving your bike or car up the top and then re-switching worlds and then jumping back down here again. But it's just near the track here. You can't miss it. It seems to be the only one. You can see there's some red over there, but it's the saffron. So this particular place only has that one spawn just there. So it is another location, but it is a lot easier to get to. But for me, the other location, you just have to go there and you pick up, 4 or 5 seeds quite easily. All right, we're going to show you now the best farming methods and some of the other ingredients you're going to need to get this going. So we'll head back to my base and I'll show you how I've set up my farming so you can get that deviated aloe, which is what you're going to need. Okay, this is my farming setup. Now you can, I have a video on how to set this up actually. I have extended this one further into the corner to get more crops going. So if you are looking for a really efficient setup, this is not quite automatic. I will show you actually another teammate of mine who's got a more automatic farm, and I'll show you that really quickly. But the downside with using the automatic farm is that if you use the grow rooms, they'll pick and plant for you, which is not what we want. We want to be able to plant these ourselves so we can get these deviated aloe veras. Now, to get these, you need a couple of things. The first one would be a couple of bees. Now, player versus player of PvP, you cannot get the bees in that world. Now, I'm in a PvP server at the moment, but I managed to get some bees, a couple of good ones, when I was playing PvE, and I've just transferred them into this world. So that's the trick to getting them. So you'll need a couple of these. this is a 3 and a 4 skill rating. I have a B video, another 3 and a 4. So if you are after a couple of good Bs, check out that B video as well. Shows you the best locations to get all the Bs, in fact. So you can farm those Bs to your heart content, but just remember that it is only PvE that you can do that in. Now, the things that you're going to need is, obviously this is a good setup, and basically you're going to need the aloe vera, but you're also going to need a lot of mushrooms. Just bear that in mind. And you're going to need some other things like wheat as well. Now, I'll show you why. Let's head on up. Now, you go to the compost. Some of the composts that you're going to need are essentially, we've got a number of different composts in here. So we've got this one is just a yield one. Now I would be using this to increase the amount of mushrooms you get, because you need a lot of mushrooms in order to make this one. So this is the mutation boost. Now this one, when you plant it with your aloe seeds, it's going to increase the chances of getting deviated aloe, and definitely a must. So depending on how many you want to create, plant I should say, that's what you'd be making. So you're going to need fertilizer, you're going to need some sawdust sauce, and you're going to need lots of mushrooms. So then the other one that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to make this one. This one is for increasing the seed yield when you plant your first lot of aloe vera. So once you get your first 5, which we've already collected, and you plant those, I would be using this the first time. I wouldn't be jumping straight into the mutation boost, because you would want to just increase the amount of seeds you've got, so you've got a few on hand, just in case you do pick some and you don't get of them, or you want to increase the amount of aloe vera that you're actually planting as well. So there's a couple of things you're going to need. So we're going to need mushrooms, and we're going to need this scarlet as kind of reed as well. So there is one location that is actually perfect for getting both of these. So if you're not sure about that location, you can skip ahead if you already know this one. But I'm going to show you that location now, and we're going to go collect some mushrooms, and we're going to collect those scarlet reeds as well. Right, this is the best tower to head to this. This is a cave system. There are a couple of cave systems on the map that are pretty good for mushrooms, but this is by far the probably best one because it's got the scarlet reed and the mushrooms. So we are just at this teleportation tower here. It's just, as you can see, Sunbury here. So we're just to the east of Sunbury on the hill. It's actually, if you're PvE, a really good location for a bee as well. So make sure you check out that location for the bee, because this is probably the easiest farming spot for the bee on the map in PvE. But anyway, we're right here. We're just basically going to turn around. We're going to run over this way, and we're going to jump off the cliff and head down to a cave system. Like I said, if you already know about this cave system, you can jump ahead to the next part of the video, but we'll just head back down this way. And you basically just want to head down to this little corner down in here. And you can see we've got this massive cave system in here. Now, the reason why I like this cave system, like I said before, it has plenty of mushrooms. They're everywhere in here, and you can rinse and repeat this like I did with the aloe as well. And there's your scarlet as well. There's also a gear chest in here, so don't forget to grab that as well. The gear chest is up the back here. When you first come in on this side, you can see there's the tower. You run through here. More mushrooms. And a chance of getting a grocery room in here as well. So there's your gear chest just hiding around the corner if you didn't know about that one. I always grab the gear chest while I'm in here. You can only get that. Obviously, it refreshes every 4 hours, I think. But this is so I'm just running through this cave system back and forth. I'll just show you a little bit more. I won't show you the whole cave. You guys can explore it yourself. But you basically just keep running through that corner over there. So a little bit of backward and forth, but now the reeds and the mushrooms don't grow in these top sections, so it's a little tip for you. Don't bother coming up here. I just wanted to show you this area up here because there is literally no mushrooms up in those kind of areas. You do need to stick to the lower levels where the water is. There's a supply chest over there as well. But once you get into this section, you're pretty much just going to be hugging the water here and collecting the scarlet and the mushrooms. So I'm going to collect a few more of them while I'm here. So I'm going to skip ahead. I'm going to show you my friend's automatic farm, just so you've got another idea of how to set up a farm. But like I said, don't use that farm for this method because it relies on the grow shroom to do all the work for you. All right, we'll head there now. Okay, we are at my friend's farm. You can see here he's got a number of layers. Now it could be a little bit more efficient. I think he could get away with just a one light in the middle like I do on my farm, but essentially he's got a very similar layout with the sprinkler up the top, so you would only probably need the one, and then he's got a number of layers, so he's built it, and now he relies on obviously the grow shroom to plant all these, because you essentially can't get in there to plant, so you're unable to do this yourself. So you're relying on the grow shroom to do everything for you. So, but this is a really good method if you're having an automated farm. So I definitely suggest you guys check this one out as a automated farm. It's an excellent build. So I might do a video on this one later as well. But there you go. That's the easy way to do a automated farm. But like I said, do not use this if you are wanting to plant, because obviously the grow shroom doesn't plant with fertilizer, which is super annoying. Now we just did that run through the cave. I'll just show you how many mushrooms I ended up with. I did get a grow shroom while I was in there as well. So 32 mushrooms, and we've got 66 of the scarlet reeds. There is a bunch of this yellow lotus in there as well. I didn't pick up too much there. Good to pick that up and just chuck it into your compost bin. Really handy. Now these rivers also have a lot of the reeds as well. You can see over there, we've got, you could pretty much run the banks of the rivers, but like I said, to get the mushrooms and those reeds in the one hit, that cave system is probably the best way to go. But that river system that has a lot of reeds, all the river systems have reeds, but this is a pretty good reeds run if you want to run through this section just off Greywater Camp. This is lots of reeds, especially through this section around this kind of bend area. So anyway, let's head back to the farm. I'm going to show you a couple of more tips in regards to getting these deviated aloe, and I'm going to show you how to store it and stuff, just the last wrap up kind of stuff. And yeah, so if you are enjoying this video and you're finding it helpful, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. It really helps out my channel, and I can bring you more content in the future. So let's head there now, back to my base. Okay, we are back at base, and let's quickly show you the compost. Just doing that little bit of gathering, what it gave us. So we managed to get, obviously got more mushrooms to make ourselves a mutation boost. We also have now got the scarlet reeds in order to make the seed yield, which is what you're going to need to increase your aloe seeds. So plant those first 4 or 5 seeds that you get from that little run with this particular fertilizer first. That will give you 10, 15, depending on how lucky you are, could be 15 or 20 more seeds. They do take quite a while to mature these plants, so you probably want to do at least one run of these. That way we get lots of seeds. And then obviously you can still use the boost, which is just plain mushrooms to boost your mushroom output. And you obviously, like I said, use this one. This one is using the Stardust source, so just bear that in mind. Be mindful of that early on in game. Put the stuff in the fridge, which is when you're carrying it, I think it only lasts let's have a look, it's 24 hours, so 24 hour, but if you put the Crumley bread into the fridge, you're getting 9 days worth out of it. So let's see how much the Crumley bread we can make. So we can make, let's have a look, we're going to run out of, I think, we're going to run out of the corn oil, so you may want to, the best location for getting wheat, actually, I'll quickly show you if you're not already aware of it, is going to be the markets down here, Maya's Markets. If you spawn in this location, just run around the rim. You could pick up, 20 or 30 of the wheat there quite easily, and be able to make that crumbly bread. So yeah, that's the video, guys. I don't think I've missed anything. So we've got the locations for the mushrooms, the wheat, the aloe, things like that, and put it all together for you. So again, like I said, hit that like button, guys. It really helps me out, and I will see you on the next video. And I hope that 25% damage helps you guys out in your next battles in game. I'll see you on the next video. Wombat out.
Ändert sich so Wellness sparks und deinen takes to the skies with pixels ablaze and battles untamed. We'll conquer the virtual, never make